It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What the hell is this?
This is talking over Transformers.
Oh, you guys are just starting that fast? Okay, fine.
Damn.
Oh yeah, no, we got a hard
Super
out here
God
this time,
Master
Wolfie.
Got a hard. What's
We got a
what,
hard out, so we're getting in here and we're watching Super God Master Force right
I don't
away.
like the way that you're saying hard out.
Oh, we got a
I don't like
And
it.
we have a hard in also. So.
Ah!
Oh, I got a hard on.
and since Rick's got a baby, and I figure his attention's gonna be a little divided, we're not gonna be watching the subtitled show, which was Beast Wars 2. We're gonna be watching Super God Master Force, which is one of the 3 sequel series to G1. And there was a dub of it, but only like a few episodes of that, like maybe 4 episodes had been like released on the internet by like the Australian company that did it. And then all of a sudden in 2018, a YouTuber by the name of Omni Productions uploaded every single one of them. So we're cursed with having these terrible dubs now. And going in.
Real man of the people on the production.
Real man of the people, that Omni Productions.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually comfortably easy to find a lot of these Japanese Transformers, and we've been watching Kamen Rider and Ultraman. Those are very easy to find too. It's great.
So are we gonna have some fun?
Oh, so someone.
Maybe this is where that really shitty looking toy. What is it? Oh man, it's that white and yellow and blue toy. You know what I'm talking about? Silver.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm blanking on his name. But that's where this is from. That's where that's from. This is where God Ginrai's from. This is where
I just saw
Boo.
Bomb Burst.
This is where that cool motherfucker from that I only know of from IDW Overlord's from, who's terrifying in those Robots in Disguise comics.
Oh, hey,
and,
there's
or More Than Meets the Eyes comics, and is significantly
It's
less
like
terrifying
was
in
that
this.
Monstructor? Or no?
Yeah,
That was, that's
Monstructor
not
should be in this,
Monstructor,
I
that's
think.
the Seacons. What do they call the Seacons? I forget what they're combined for.
it's
It's
the
all your
Greek.
favorites, Optimus and that other guy.
It's the
No,
Greek or
not
Roman
Optimus.
god of the sea. Jeez.
That's super Ginrai.
Oh, I can't with this shit.
So the
What's
Omni
happening?
Productions got taken down too.
Oh no.
Did it?
According to this, it says, where did it go? Another YouTuber by the name of Hammerman downloaded the episodes before Omni Productions Transformer Dubs channel was taken down later on.
Oh, God,
well,
there's a
clearly
beast.
I didn't read the entire blurb that I posted.
Oh,
But so we have these because of
this
Hammerman
is
downloaded
already
them from
cool.
Omni Productions channel.
This
So
looks
that
pretty
was-
awesome.
Yeah. what
So
the
that was
fuck? This looks
Piranha-Con?
sick. Oh, there is another.
that was Piranha.
Oh, that's
There is
cool.
another YouTuber that uploaded all of this in upscaled 1080p 60 frames per second, but it's the subbed version, so it wasn't useful for our purposes.
Okay. Good to know, though. Yeah, these are fun. What is
Yeah,
this? I
definitely. I
want
want to
these
watch
things.
this
Holy shit.
60 frame version on my phone. Oh no, not my handy cam. Oh God, not the Battleship Yamamoto.
I want both of these guys. What the fuck?
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I
right,
forgot
'cause there's
that
a real
one's
one.
name. So Bomb Burst is the bat, and then The other one is like Submarinicon or something like that.
Okay.
Submariner, maybe?
Return of the Decepticons.
Jesus, this dub is worse than the other one.
That's probably why it was the hardest to find.
We're here to watch a show about Transformers. What's going on?
No, we're watching this football show.
It's Submarauder and Bomb Burst or those guys.
Wherever I could, and Siren's very clever.
Siren often tells me that you're very good to him. He said that you treat him like a brother, and he really worships you, you know.
You got
Are you supposed to be Japanese people? What are we doing here?
I think so.
Well, if it's animated for Japan, generally.
Are you saying that because he was playing soccer? Because soccer is very big in Japan. They have a soccer anime.
What's that?
I just wasn't sure if they're supposed to be Japanese or where are we? Are we in Japan?
Look at this car.
Sure.
I bet that turns into something, right?
Look, a pretty sweet looking car.
Yeah, I assume we're in Japan, but I don't really know.
What? Whatever this monster guy is, he's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
was
fairly
his name was Bomb Blast or something? That bat guy, I like him a lot.
Yeah, the back guy and the short guy. Pretty badass.
He knew the name. That's sort of a weird shadow that was happening there.
Yeah.
It looked kind of cool, though.
It's better than the He-Man. Better than He-Man.
Hey, look,
look at our little mascot there.
No one is handicapped as long as he has courage. That's what He-Man told me.
It's okay, Professor. I think Siren should know.
Oh, is that what He-Man said today? I was not.
Man was like, look, no one is retarded as long as they have courage.
I don't think he did say that.
Look at the size of this child's hair.
Yeah, he's got Goku-sized hair there, man.
Did you hear his fucking dub?
He's a Peter Pan.
He's like
You're just pulling my leg.
It's like he was recorded in a separate studio with a worse microphone.
You can't be from another planet.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Exactly the same as us.
Be quiet and listen to me, Siren.
Be quiet.
Oh my God.
Quiet.
Is his name
Be
Siren?
quiet and listen to me.
His name is Sun.
Sun or Siren?
I don't know.
I don't.
Extraterrestrial being, which is a transformation of a robot.
Am I supposed to follow along with this?
A robot?
Did he just say did his dad just say he's a robot?
I think so.
When human beings were still living in caves, we had arrived on this planet. The planet Earth, which holds so many mysteries.
It's fine. I'll see what this is. Super God Mega Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mega Force or Master Force?
19 Master Force. My brain just always wants to say Mega Force.
That's what I
who
said.
wants a Master Force?
That's what I said the entire time. At no point have I said otherwise.
We had an accident. And we were stranded here. So, in order to survive, we had to transform ourselves into human forms to adapt to our circumstances.
What? He is a robot.
God Masters.
Man, there's lore going on here.
Yeah.
We've got Donk and Professor Go.
But apparently it seems that they have finally escaped.
Oh.
This is a whole other thing going on in this show.
We have to fight again to protect the Earth from the Decepticons.
Oh, King
Oh, man,
Poseidon.
the fucking Decepticons are back.
So is the dad...
That's the dad from Mr. Belvedere, actually.
Oh,
look
there
at
was
this.
a dad?
Yeah, look at
Mr.
that
Belvedere?
kaiju looking guy.
The big tentacle monster is pretty badass.
Yeah, but you say that all the time, Jake.
I know.
Oh,
This is one of the Seacons.
yeah, that is.
Does that helicopter turn into something? Oh, I guess
Not anymore.
Yeah, it turns into a pile
Scrap.
of...
Oh, look, there's
there's that guy that they
That's
just
Metal
did a
Hawk.
to,
Metal Hawk.
Metal Hawk. There we go.
He's the leader on this end of things.
These things are all fucking cool.
And this is Poseidon, I think. This is what on TF Wiki it says. This is Poseidon.
BBTS like 15 years ago did a reissue on that, and nobody bought it, and it went on deep clearance.
Oh man, I would have picked that up if I'd known.
Everyone was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well,
You know what? You
Poseidon
might
or
still
Metal
be
Hawk?
able to buy one, honestly.
You can still get them, but I think they're at they're at a market price now. Oh hey, Skullgrin.
Hey, Skullgrin. That's a pretty good design.
What's his name? Skullgrim?
Mm-hmm. He's one of the pretenders, just like Bombburst and the other guy, the Marauder.
I love these bad guy designs.
It's like Tate Girl said that Foo Fighters song. What am I say? You're not just another one of the pretenders.
Like, these are actually intimidating. Sorry to jump on your Foo Fighters joke, but these are actually like intimidating bad guy designs here.
Yeah, these are very cool enemy designs.
My baby seems to like the show.
Yeah, the baby loves the show.
We're gonna turn him in. This is gonna be the one.
Oh, that's
this is gonna
cracking.
be. Look, he's pointing at it too. He's into it. Can you say Decepticons, Remy? Decepticons.
He won't say it. He's on their side.
Rise up. Transform!
That was not a transformation.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah.
He just did a Ronin Warriors there.
Yeah, he just
I sparkled the armor onto myself. That's all that happened.
So that means the kid's part robot?
Why did that kid's mouth look weird? What is happening, man?
Okay.
So is this man also a car?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, he's the turbo.
so he's Metal Hawk.
He's Metal Hawk.
Oh,
Okay.
what is that? Why
So
does that look weird?
So he transforms and then transforms again,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and then he's gonna transform in a different way.
Yes.
Yes.
See, it really is just like the end of that Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. I didn't think that would actually be relevant to anything.
I don't love. Oh, we got a pretender.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's a fish.
And when I say that Michael Jackson movie, it's Michael Jackson Moonwalker, where at the end he's a transformer.
Oh, you don't.
We watched
mean
the end of that the
his,
other day, Rick.
Nope.
That-
Nothing else.
You watched Moonwalker?
The
We
end.
watched the end of it. The very
Not good,
beginning and the final.
Yeah, while I was
Man,
trying
that
to download
transformation
something
was
else.
Nothing. It just
Yeah,
flipped
I'm
over.
not loving these transformations.
Oh, I'm scooting
And Metal
down the
Hawk
water.
in general is pretty boring to me. I do want his toy now that I've seen him in motion, though. That's just the way it goes.
Crappy
He's
toy that you passed on like 30 times.
I've never passed on it. I want it. I've always wanted it because the colors remind me of like a Gundam.
Actually, to be fair to not Michael Jackson, but the movie Moonwalker, there is a much more interesting transformation that happens.
What did Michael Jackson ever do?
Some awful shit, apparently.
Look at this thing.
Ironically, this is the Transformer that reminds me of a Gundam, and not any of the ones in Transformers Victory, which were mostly designed by, I think, Tomino, or one of the original designers of Gundam.
Do these bad guys transform?
The Pretenders?
They're Pretenders.
I don't know. They are supposed to, well, at least like originally they had robots inside of them.
Punch the squid right in the
I gotta
head.
say, they really lost They really lost what made Transformers like appealing in the first place.
This is like
it's pretty fun how much less into it I am right now compared to how into it I was at the beginning. That opening was so fucking cool.
It really was.
And
Well,
there's
no,
nothing
I think
wrong
these
with
editors
this. I don't hate
guys.
this. It's just
It feels
It
like
doesn't
we're
re-
watching
very
like a Teenage
Transformer-y,
Mutant Ninja Turtles
is it?
yeah, it feels like we're watching a different anime. This doesn't feel like Transformers.
this is
Look, and every once in a while I get these still frames.
this is kind of a Spider-Man like thing going on here.
Spider-Man.
I do gotta say, I
next
think it's
week on Talking Over Italian Spider-Man.
Spider-Luigi.
I do like that the Submarauder's gills are flapping when he's talking. It makes me very uncomfortable.
That's kinda funky. What is this, 1989 or 90? What is
88.
this? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Hey, look, it's Optimus Prime.
Hey.
What's he doing here?
Prowl?
Hey, it's Getaway.
Question mark? Oh, Getaway.
What a getaway. He did a thing just there. The head popped in from somewhere else.
Well, you know how it goes.
Oh, it goes, Remington.
He just popped in to see what condition his condition was in.
See what condition his condition was in. Yeah.
God, I really don't like his design. He's too skinny.
What
This
are they
bad
doing?
guy? Yeah.
No,
Well,
not the bad guy. The bad guy's
human.
wonderful. Baby
He's
boy.
Oh, the dad.
The Metal Hawk. Oh,
Yeah.
this is where we're gonna
Transformed
find out
human,
there's a little guy inside, right?
We'll see.
Oh
yeah,
no,
some
there's
kind
just multiple.
You're the pretender.
These guys aren't pretenders. Well, okay, no. Here we go.
There he is.
Oh,
Oh,
there
Over
it
it
is.
is.
Okay.
And he just morphs. He morphs into that
Wait
other
a second.
guy.
Is this just a differently colored Metal Hawk body?
I don't understand this. They just morph
Oh.
into other guys?
Yeah, they're guys that turn into other guys who then transform into further guys.
Yeah, they really, they put a hat on a cake here.
It was my duty.
They put a pig on a hat.
It was my duty to stop you destroying the Earth.
The time has finally come.
They're putting a hat on an ass here.
This is not a very robot battle.
No. Well, they're having a sword fight.
This is
It's all melee
this
weapons.
This is very Super Sentai. This is the same format as the Super Sentai fight, I think.
Oh, no.
He's
He's
pretty cool.
regretting
I
his
like
life.
it.
Yeah, he's still
choices.
cool looking.
Conquer the earth.
The designs aren't bad. It's
Leave
just
these
like
people alone.
we're
I like
gonna
his head.
clash swords.
It's just
Yeah.
their legs are too skinny.
Say your last prayers, Hook, cause you're gonna die!
Oh, man, these voiceovers, Jesus.
More robots are showing up for battle.
Cause you're gonna die!
Oh,
Just leave these bandits
Man, watching 3 episodes of this
This
might
is
have been a bit
Bombers.
presumptive.
yeah.
Maybe they'll get better.
That's what
I am
Bombers
not
turns
against
into.
you
That's a
guys
cool
using a
trans-
veto
trans-
power to switch this to a different series halfway through.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, no, double, triple down on this. Why not?
I do want to see. I don't think we're gonna see Overlord in these first 3 episodes, but I hope we do.
Transform!
It's for.
They don't do
I just
that.
want to hear what terrible voice they use for Overlord.
Seems you haven't learned your lesson from last time.
Last time.
Oh, what is it Overlord appears in?
Oh, Siren.
I think it's one of those machinima movies that Overlord appears in, but he's got like out
Is
of
that a
nowhere
Power
a
Prime
southern.
story?
I think so.
If you don't drop your weapon, then he's dead.
And he's got like a southern accent for some reason.
Oh boy.
Let's show them who they're dealing with. Right.
Let's show them what we're dealing with.
You better chop this Kraken. Yeah. Oh, hey, at least the insides are like full of robot parts. That's kinda
Yes.
cool.
Ooh, that thing looks sick.
I like how they're fucking these robots up.
So there's not a little guy in that one, though.
What is that?
So
stance?
I guess the tentacle guy must be
He's a Seacon.
their foot soldier.
There's kind of a
something
small
made.
cast going on here.
Kraken. But there's more than
I
one.
don't like that guy's
of each
transformation.
Seacon?
You can see
Oh.
his head and feet on his back. Look at that.
That's how you know he's a transformer. I don't know.
Really, a lot of these transformations aren't that good. They just turn from a robot-shaped person to like a clearly folded robot.
Yeah, there's some pretty lame shit going on here. But I gotta say, like the backgrounds, the painting, the animation, it's pretty nice.
Guns have left us now. Yet one thing is certain. We'll hear from them again.
It's just
I'm
not
definitely-
hitting me the same way that Headmasters and Victory was.
Well, it didn't hit the public the same way either. That's why I think that it was the end of it.
No, this was the second of the three.
Oh, this is the middle one. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I'm sure one day you'll be a free soldier.
oh.
We must fight for freedom and justice.
Either way, the brand was on the outs.
But we're also getting, a less finished dub, right? But
And we'll try to thwart the Decepticons from their despicable quest to conquer the Earth.
But this is trying to make it more appealing to a certain audience, the audience in Japan and stuff.
Make it appealing to an audience.
Yeah.
That was a very apt comparison, Wolfie. Super Sentai, because that's what this is. Because it's the humans going to they do the transformation into the powered up mode, and then the powered up mode is the transformer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was spot on. Wolverine is in this.
It's just Wolverine.
Oh, hey, hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Wolverine.
How is that anyone? But it's just a tall Wolverine. Wolverine should really be the size of that child.
But today, and another battle threatens. Come together, warriors of
And that kid
Maybe a little
transforms into
taller
an
than the
adult.
child. Yeah, and the child transforms into an adult. He's Shazam. He's the Shazam of this thing.
You're the Shazam of this thing.
He's the Shazam.
Well, I assume he's the one that folds into an engine.
He says transform, and then he's an adult.
Oh, what is this? A post-credit scene?
Ooh, what is this? Scooby-Doo? Ooh, cool. Twisty camera thing.
Yeah.
Twisty camera.
Dun, dun, dun. Is that Egon Spengler?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. I gotta say, he's the worst security guard in the world. He let those guys get in there.
The hunt for the living dead. I didn't even
What?
realize we were in the next episode. Look at that.
Yeah.
What do you know? That's why I usually put commercials in between this shit.
Oh, look, they're carrying on with the story.
Also, like the most wanted Decepticons.
Yeah. Oh, that's
look at
fucking
that
cool.
place. That was
Whatever
a
that
really cool
is.
base, yeah. The Seacon
I have
base or
no
something.
idea what's going on.
Beacon
but these
base.
Images are pretty great.
Yeah.
All of the bad guy stuff looks sick in this.
It's pretty incredible.
What is this?
I don't know, but it's
I know
dripping
they're
and
melting
gooey.
the
I like it.
sun.
Oh no! And they've got what are they gonna hook them up like a battery?
These
this is very 80s bad guy stuff.
Reverse Matrix on them.
Oh, now
they got a bunch of Decepticon branded zombies.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Combat soldiers of the Decepticon destruction team.
Oh yeah.
they're just zombies.
Yeah, just zombies. I don't know what they want.
No. They're Destructicons.
What do they want? Are they looking for brains? What are they
I don't think they are looking for brains.
No, they're just, they're just gonna seek and destroy.
Nice they made them clothes and stuff.
Who the fuck is this? This is a He-Man character.
Man-at-Arms. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's Man-at-Arms.
Man-at-Arms.
Seek and destroy.
Oh my god. It is fucking Man-at-Arms.
I didn't realize that the Destructicons actually were a thing.
Oh, the zombies explode?
They disappear.
Wait, they explode now? Who's this bat ear guy?
That's
the
Bomb
pacing in
Burst.
this episode is
Bomb Burst. That's a terrible name.
Buried for centuries. How can they come to life now?
I'm very concerned about this, so I've made some checks.
They should have called him Wolf Ears.
All the good names were taken, Rick.
Yeah, it was like Optimus Prime, Megatron,
Primus is taken.
Erector.
I suspect that they must all have been resurrected at the same time.
You okay?
Chris McFeely uploaded a Prima Prime episode today. That's a good one.
This is very
I get the basics on a character
Silverhawks and Thundercats. What? Why is Bomb Burst waking up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the basics on a character they invented in the 80s, Rick.
Thundercats.
Yeah, what are we doing right now? Why are they waking up?
Oh shit! That's my next
kind of
tattoo.
phoenix.
That symbol, the bird.
I've seen tramp stamps like that before.
Why is Skullgrin's symbol a bird thing? And then Submarauders coming out without an infusion of energy. I'm so confused, man. What is happening?
He's no longer a Submarauder.
Prima's from the 80s, Rick.
He's a Dom Marauder?
He's a Dom Marauder. Dom Marauder.
Exactly.
Who's from
I
the
like
80s?
this guy. He looks tired.
He looks exhausted.
Yeah,
Prima popped up in the comics first in the 80s.
That's what we call a thrift
They
store,
retroactively made someone in the show Prima.
But we don't know anything much about human beings at all.
All right then, Submarauder and Skullgrin, why don't you go and bring us...
Submarauder and Scalprin?
Skullgrin.
Skullgrin.
Where do we stop, though?
The further away, the better it is.
What?
I like this cartoon, but I don't like it as a Transformers cartoon.
Yeah.
Isn't this nice? Yeah.
Oh, that eagle. Don't trust that eagle.
No. Well, that's what they say. You can't trust the eagle.
They're not what they seem.
They're like, what do they call it? They're like the seagull of the land, I think is what they call
God,
it.
isn't this nice? Me getting a sunburn on my throat while a book is covering my face.
We're on a
That's
yacht.
funny.
We're catching some cosmic rays. And then all of a sudden the bad
He's
guys
a
show
robot.
up.
He can't get a sunburn.
Our research boat's just been attacked.
The Decepticons? Cloudburst and I will check it out at once.
No man,
I will check it out.
I get that they aren't professional voice actors, but why do they have to overgain the microphones too?
Please look after things here.
Sure.
I think that's just how things went in the 80s.
Yeah, they didn't have good microphones in the 80s. Have you heard music from that time?
I mean, this is
Oh, there you go.
this is like a post-production.
Forrest, that's the only music I
adaptation.
listen to. I don't know what you're talking about.
This was dubbed just as cheap as possible. So It was probably done in something akin to like a radio studio or something.
Why? Because the 80s reminds you of your 30s, Rick?
Yes.
Yes.
Back when I was driving my Trans Am.
Cool visuals in this. If it doesn't necessarily make sense.
I don't understand the point of
the middle mode.
Making his power armor one color scheme, and then when he turns into the Metal Hawk form, he's got an entirely different color scheme. Like, I just don't understand why there's not more yellow in the power armor mode.
So we're getting Master Force, like intro cards or something with whenever the character shows up.
Gotta be honest.
Those are the commercial break interstitials.
Yeah, gotta be honest. When he transformed out of that,
we're in the jungle now for some reason.
That seeker mode, I thought that child was dead because I didn't realize it was the commercial break cut.
I want my Armadillo Beast Wars Transformer.
I think that is a Beast Wars Transformer. I think its name is Harmadillo.
Armadillo? I love it.
I'm not even joking. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, it hurts.
Oh no, it's not showing up.
Oh yes, this is a good news. This is an admission letter to the international school in Japan. That means, Your Highness, you can go and further your studies there.
I feel like we're gonna have more fun with Beast Wars 2 than this.
There is a Armadillo and Parrot character duo from Gen 1. Oh, it's from this show. We just met them for the first time right there. Actually,
where are we now? We're on some.
Those were Transformers
and Armadillo. No.
Oh no.
We're on some island.
Oh no, it's Skulgrin.
For some reason.
You have to come with me, boy.
Boy.
That's a boy?
All right.
I thought, didn't that guy just call that a princess?
I swear to Christ, they said princess.
Well,
They
the
definitely
Transformer
said
doesn't
princess.
know human genders, right?
Yeah, they're gender fluid.
I guess.
Man, he's got a big codpiece, though. God damn.
He's got a man-sized codpiece.
That Transformer's at least looking like he's packing some heat. Good lord. Here we go. The whole episode's going to get derailed by a battle.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, that's all we're really here for anyway.
That's what I'm here for. I'm definitely here for that.
Why is Skulgrin so bloody heavy?
He's always happy.
I mean,
he's Skull
he's
Grid.
a
He's
giant
not Skull Complain.
robot.
No, heavy.
Yeah, he's a big robot.
Yeah,
he's made of
I know.
a lot of metal.
He was just flying around and, zooting it up earlier.
He's zooting it up.
Seems pretty agile. You know what I mean?
Autobots transform and zoot up.
He does look. Yeah, see, look. Oh, Jesus. He just did an explosion to escape. This is so confusing. Okay, what do I need?
Something up with that bird. Something up with that bird.
Oh, there you are. Have you found the rest of the Decepticons? No.
Beast
I wonder what they're doing here.
Wars?
I've no idea.
I have no idea.
That's for sure.
Oh no, I wanted the guide.
I saw a boy who looks like a native here. He may know something.
Boy, again,
Oh, it's not Harmadillo. That would be too good. It's Armadillo.
Armadillo.
But it's not in this show. It's just Beast Wars.
What kind of man wears armadillo?
Exaggerating again?
It's true. He was trying to capture me, but I ran away.
Are you sure? You must tell the truth.
Well, if you
I don't think you're right.
Your Highness.
Genji, I think the prince is.
Yes, Your Highness.
Oh, it's just Prince.
He said Prince that time for sure.
He's just Prince.
I'm going to take a look around these islands. I may be able to
find something. They could be back here.
The islands look pretty sweet. I'd like to hang out there.
I don't. So he's not a
This
robot.
guy
He just has a suit.
also. This guy also looks like a
he's a guy in a suit. Like,
but he's also a robot.
Come back, okay? Okay.
Yeah, they have a power armor mode, and then and then.
I know you're a monster.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
they
like a
just,
dude mode, and then dude in a suit mode, and then
they
robot
just
mode.
they
and
just
super
mega
robot mode.
shift into being a giant
Oh
robot.
damn! Oh damn!
There's Armadillo, the character of this show.
He transforms?
No, well, he turns into a ball like an armadillo does.
Okay, I don't know if that counts. I guess
Here's
it does.
Parrot, I think.
I don't think that's a parrot.
I see Hosehead, so you understand the bird's language.
Did you just call him Hosehead? Oh no,
Listen,
that's not Parrot. Sorry,
That's a transformer as a hose.
That's just a random hawk. That this child can talk to.
It's too dangerous. They may be Decepticon soldiers.
So what, you coward? Look, I'm not as easily scared as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prince and/or princess doesn't put up with that shit.
So this man-at-arms looking guy, he looks like a pretender. So I'm guessing he's modeled after one of the other pretenders. It looks like a man.
So they have the human mode, then they have the pretender mode, then they have the robot mode.
And then they transform.
So they have an entirely unnecessary mode.
Yeah.
I'd say they have at least two unnecessary forms.
It's got to be that the pretender can summon their armor or something.
Okay.
But they can take off their armor to look more human. It's got to be something like that.
It's very much like it's like they needed to have that transition to make it fit into like the Sentai thing. But it
It's
like
some kind of sea monster.
When it's not a separate Zord in a cartoon, it's just weird. Like, and we've never seen them stay in the power armor mode for any sort of like utility. But I'm also confused because weren't they battling with the pretenders at the same size in the full Transformer mode earlier, last episode even?
It's too late.
Dude, that's their strategy, is to baffle and confuse the viewer.
Like, again, size,
Well, it's
scale,
probably
and mass
easier
just
to
have no
walk
meaning.
around a human-sized area as a human-sized person.
But these guys were the size of the giant robot mode early, like last episode, is all I'm saying.
Yes, but Forrest,
Right.
have you considered how much easier it is to dunk when you're in your pretender show?
What happened to the zombies from
These
before?
are the
That's just it?
Autobots?
They didn't find what they were looking for.
Yeah, they all exploded.
Yeah, they
But I thought he like transported them back to the thing, or they were going to try again, maybe, but it was just like,
Bombburst said we've failed again.
and that's it.
Meaning that perhaps they'd
That's
done
it. Yeah,
that
it's like that
before.
old expression: if at first you don't succeed, quit.
I do like the animation they use when they go from the little mode to the bigger mode.
The like black shady whatever was going on.
Those weird like prisms and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They have another thing they do where they kind of turn shadowy.
I love that this music is being fed in off of some kind of tape that was kind of going bad. We heard it warp a little bit there. It's pretty good. It's always a good sign.
Seems everyone's okay.
You know, I do envy you, Siren. You have such
I
a
don't know if
tremendous
this one.
friend.
Oh, he's not just a friend.
This
He's like a brother to me, you know.
is a little rough.
This one's too.
Take the prince back with you to Japan?
Of course, if he wants to.
I don't know which of these.
I don't
what?
like Pretenders as a concept in the toy line as it is. So
No.
I don't
No,
really I'm not really
clearly
too keen on a Pretenders focused show. I thought they were going to be doing more of that like Master Force stuff where like a person was turning into an engine and then attaching to a robot.
Oh boy.
They clearly ran out. They were running out of ideas when they really should have just been like, why don't we just make more cars and trucks and stuff that turn into robots? But they're like, how about we make guys that turn into robots?
Yeah, I think that would have been probably like, because that's like kids, they just want more.
Like, I know this is an 80s cartoon for kids, but I feel like we need some like establishment of these people as characters.
Oh, we got that scene in the first episode where the dad told us that he was a robot.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like that was it. Like he's a scientist and he's a robot, but he dresses like a guy that just smuggles cocaine. This feels like the story that a deadbeat parent tells their kid. It's like, oh no, I'm fighting these robots over here. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, he transforms into a speedboat and AR-15s.
No, Dad is a giant robot. He's fine. He's also somehow like the completely. He's got less character than the child that's screaming about him right now.
Am I thinking of Dragon Ball Z, or there's a character with the hair?
That's Goku in Dragon. I think it's just Dragon Ball. When he's a kid.
The kid's dad the tired-looking scientist and not Metal Hawk, like I thought?
I think it's
I thought his dad was Metal Hawk.
Yeah.
No, because Metal Hawk was right there.
No, that's
in
this
human
is one
form.
of the other guys.
Yeah. See,
wait, what?
Maybe so.
What?
You must hang in there, Professor.
That explains why their hair is almost the same.
Sorry, Hulk. I can't help it.
Did
you guys buy any Transformers this week?
This Hawk is metal, yo.
I wanted to,
You must have the courage to face the challenges.
but you know that leader class Shockwave is gonna clear at some point. I don't like being,
at
being
some point,
held
I'm
in.
gonna have a big old load of big bad toys coming.
That is just
and I'm
fucking
gonna answer what Transformers I bought this week. But until then, only Rick can say what Transformers he bought this week.
What the hell did I buy? Oh, I got pipes. I got a couple of those bumblebees that are those retro bumblebees, and a couple of those retro deer.
Hold on, Cloudy.
Yes, that bumblebee that's on that retro carded bumblebee. It's cool. I like the recolor on it, but the plastic feels kind of low grade, like it's almost a knockoff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Where's Optimus in all this? What the hell?
Optimus isn't on this show.
They just showed him.
Yeah, we saw him.
That's not Optimus
for a second.
That's Ginrai.
Oh.
That's not Optimus. That's Ginrai. We've been over this.
Have we?
We've been over this.
It looked like Optimus.
We've been over this?
Would they say this is London, the city of bombing?
This is Optimus.
Okay, here we go.
This is Optimus.
Okay.
What's
this is Optimus.
Okay, yeah, that looks like the guy that was just on screen.
This is Optimus.
Uh-huh.
This is Optimus.
Showing off how many Optimi he has.
Are you
optimizing? That was Ginrai, which Rick has.
Oh.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Well, you showed us all the Optimuses, but not the thing to compare it to. So
hey, it's
now
Sunburst.
Ginrai looks
exactly like Optimus, just like Reboost does. But they're not the same guy.
Okay.
This is Reboost.
Yeah, but Reboost is like a different cut. He's like a car. So
he loves Optimus so much that he decided to make himself look like Optimus.
That is not true. That is not reflected anywhere. I don't know where Rick came up with that.
Reboost loved Optimus so much.
Inform our audience.
Don't want to say reckless things.
Reboost loved Optimus so much that
You're gonna get us a bunch of angry Romanian letters, Rick. Don't do that.
We won't know what any of them say.
We won't even know what they're saying to us.
The Romanian.
Reboost loved Optimus so much that he took his skin and wore him like a suit. I got it. I got it.
Oh, that's twisted.
Yeah.
Just
like John Wayne Gacy did to all those boys.
Is it twisted or is it part of the plot of Transformers Rise of the Beasts? We'll never know.
Oh, yeah. He really does a Buffalo Bill on Mirage, doesn't he?
Mirage actually makes him do it. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there clearly is something too.
I gotta say, I don't like this cartoon as much as I did before.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't like it as much as the other two of the Japanese spin-offs that we watched either.
There's less of the things that I liked about it originally.
Oh, is she gonna take her shirt off? What the fuck?
Oh, we're on a third episode, all right.
You made all this furniture.
Okay.
There was
yeah, I don't know when that happened.
Is there no ending credits scene or anything?
I guess not.
It's not too much cartoon. If you're talking about the child here, this is a prince.
Yeah, this is a boy.
Yeah.
Wait, they're both boys?
Yeah.
That can't be. No, you're lying.
No.
What makes you lie?
An instinct for self-preservation sometimes.
I see you, Rick.
I guess.
Let me get ready.
I don't know what I can do, but I'll help them.
Man, this child's got some wild-ass sideburns. They both do.
I want to see the Wolverine guy do more. Who's he?
Well, funny that you say that because I'm on the page for Ginrai,
Wait a minute.
who is a human and has the Wolverine hair.
Ginrai is the Wolverine guy.
Boulder Mountain?
Yeah, purportedly.
Well, that makes me happy because he's the one I'm most interested in. It also means I'm interested in one less character because.
So
yeah.
Yeah, the plastic on this retro Bumblebee, it just feels like the yellow plastic feels like a downgrade compared to the original Netflix release. It's just sort of thin and very almost, knockoff level.
Well, that's probably how they justified the re-release, is using worse plastics.
I do like that alt mode though.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It looks good.
Like this is, if you want to buy the original version of Masterpiece Bumblebee, but you don't want to track it down, you get almost the entire experience here. So,
yes, Siren, I suspect so. I'm going
to
investigate it now.
Please, can you take me with
Ginrai has an origin. 2 years after coming to America, Ginrai happened to be transporting an ill dolphin from the Bainey Aquarium to the Ocean Research
oh my
Institute
God,
of California,
an ill dolphin.
which was run unbeknownst to him
That was
by the
my favorite
Autobot
Beastie
pretender
Boys album.
diver. So one of these guys is a pretender diver.
You're the pretender.
Oh,
Pretender!
Metalhawk is a pretender.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. All of them
Oh
are
my
pretenders.
God.
I thought that's why they have
I didn't think that
armored
was-
robots.
There is no. It's all pretend. None of
I
this
thought it
is
was just
real.
the bad
It's a
guys.
cartoon.
Yeah, I thought it was just the bad guys.
No, they're all pretenders.
Okay.
They're all pretenders.
That's what I was saying.
except for
They
Jinra.
have the human mode, then the pretender mode, and then from the pretender they turn into their Autobot mode.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense, but Yeah.
And so what I think I don't think there's a difference between the human and pretender mode. I think it's just that they can summon their armor.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they also can take off the armor to hide amongst the population better.
Yeah, it just like shoots out of their skin, I assume.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or even just materializes or something.
Or, you know, the more reasonable thing, their skin disappears or falls off.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Maybe they can summon it like Optimus does with the trailer.
I think if you
If
did a live
anything-
action version of this, they have to rip it off like some of those werewolves, you know?
Oh, yeah, right.
The part where I can understand the confusion arising is that so the pretender toys were bigger shells that the smaller robots jumped out of.
Yeah.
And this is a smaller shell that the bigger robots jump out of.
Yeah, except for the Decepticon pretenders, or whatever they're called here.
They're also pretenders.
Yeah, but their bodies immediately just transform into the robot mode.
Doctor, are you really sure?
That's also what the humans do too. It's just they have a different.
They scale the other direction.
No, because from the beastie looking pretender mode to the Decepticon mode, they also grow in size. It's just they're not. I don't know why, but they're not hiding. So I don't see what the point of the pretender mode is. You know.
In that first episode, they were the same size as the robot mode.
I can get behind the Autobot pretenders.
Yeah.
But the Decepticon ones, they just seem to be doing that to look cool.
Hey, you know what? I can get behind the pro-Palestinian protesters. I can't get behind Columbia University bending to the whims of the Nazi Trump administration for funding. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Because, I mean, the Autobots, they're trying to hide. They would turn into a human, of course. That makes sense.
I think there is.
I just don't understand the Decepticon monster mode.
There's an interesting plot to be had there, but they're not going with, or premise, I guess, where they're pretending to be otherworldly monsters, but they're actually Transformers.
Zombies.
But at no point are they not Decepticons.
Yeah, and they're not really. It's not really being used that way. But that would be an interesting idea, right? They're not actually monsters; they're just robots, but they look like monsters. So the general public thinks they're monsters and not robots. You know?
That's an idea. I don't know. If you don't want to attract attention, though, maybe you don't go around being a monster. I don't know.
Now we've got
these forms are the ones I want to see transform.
Yeah.
Like this guy, he clearly has a beast mode.
It looks like it.
You know, this man's the best known biologist in
I like the way the fish guy talks.
He'll be a great asset to our research.
Yeah, you love watching those gills flap.
Yeah.
Very closely.
That was a good drawing.
Transform. Jesus Christ. What?
Oh, no. See, the Wolverine guy's not getting right.
Well.
I see you both here. When I found out it was the Decepticons again, we had to come.
All right.
Is it somebody else?
Area in Rome which has been attacked by the zombies.
Oh God, we're all over the planet in this
Zombies
show.
are back.
The zombies are back, but they're in the next episode.
Yeah. There's a lot of continuity to this for us.
They're not in the episode about the living dead.
And they're a different kind of zombie, I think.
They're just
a different kind of zombie.
Same kind of zombie.
They're just punching apart the Roman columns that are all over the whole
that's
world.
what you do. I don't see what the problem is. It's like that Toto song. I smashed the columns down in Rome.
Uh-huh. Oh my God, they are in Rome. All right.
And Wolverine's there too.
They still want to play Left 4
That
Dead.
is Wolverine. It's not anyone else. That is Wolverine.
Yeah, that's Wolverine. That is the only human being that has ever used that hair, except for like
Use hypnotic gas. I don't want to kill these people.
D-Man
Bring them back to normal.
and the
Man.
Owl. Yeah,
Oh, dude.
D-Man is a
Man does
street
not have
level.
Wolverine hair. Like, there's a lot of comic book shit I gotta see to you, but He-Man does not have Wolverine hair. That's not.
D-Man.
I don't know what that is.
D-Man is a C-list, D-list level,
The porn thing?
street level Marvel character who his costume comes from him getting the remnants of Wolverine's yellow suit.
Wolverine is Phoenix. And then Ginrai is basically him, but younger in a different outfit.
Cute.
He also has Wolverine hair in his human mode. I'm not.
It's cute.
And Benny Davis eyes.
It's a cool, cool hair.
They will be the Godmasters. Ginrai is part of the Godmasters team, and this is just the Pretenders team that we're watching now.
You're
don't
just
give
a
fuck about
pretender.
the Pretenders
What do
team.
I
I want
say?
to get
You'll
to the
never
Godmaster
surrender.
stuff. What the fuck is this shit?
I don't know.
Why is there what? No, I don't give a fuck about this. I want the I want the Master Force. I want the thing from the title. I want to see the characters from the fucking interstitial cards.
I assume so. I assume this happens in episode 9 or 10.
We got
10 being a
10
hero is chosen.
episodes of this bullshit.
A hero is
stuff I want to see.
A hero is chosen. His name is Ginrai, and then episode 11 is Ginrai, God on of Rage.
So they got like 10 episodes into this show, and they were like, "Oh fuck, oh my god, guys, I think we really fucked up. We need Optimus Prime back. We need." Guys, oh my god!
Means they got
nobody's watching this shit.
Which means
they just came to the same conclusion Hasbro came to, but like a year later.
But see,
2
if it's
years
episode
later.
10, that means that they were like finishing up episode 3 and like we really got to change the direction of this shit.
Hey, you can't travel to Japan in your present condition.
No, but the God Force or the Godmasters are also like humans that transform.
Yeah. But they're humans that turn into engines that connect to the bigger guys, right?
I guess so.
It's a good chance for me to learn modern dance in Japan.
I don't know yet. I'm unclear. I only just now got the concept of headmasters.
I see.
God Bomber.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, and that's where the head fits.
Well, see, in the
Is it
Japanese
robot?
Version of the headmasters, it's so the little body, right? That's the
Look at that guy.
transformer.
That's a head.
That's
You
the
mean the head?
transformer,
The
right?
head?
And it was a separate. It was an offshoot of Transformers that got trapped on the planet Master, and so they had to develop.
I'm sorry, what?
They had to develop technology to survive on the planet, so they gave up the ability to transform into a vehicle mode, right? And they traded that for the ability to turn into a head, and then they built the mindless giant bodies to pilot around, and that's the one that makes sense.
This one is when you come up with the toy first and then try to write a fiction around it.
It's that fucking American one that had like 3 episodes, and they were like, so what are we gonna do here? That's the one that fucking confused the shit out of me.
The Rebirth?
Because
that's the only one I know.
The Rebirth, where the body is RC but the head is Daniel. What are you talking about?
Didn't you buy that? Don't you remember?
Oh,
that?
right. I forgot about that.
What are you talking about?
Transform. Oh, look, they've even got the little watches, guys. Oh, hey.
Although I think there is another. Maybe it's the show that we got to probably rewatch that show. I think no, in the comics, it's also a step like it's the robot body that has a brain and also a separate alien head. I think.
You know, eventually we're going to run out of cartoons to watch, and we're going to have to just talk over people reading the comics out loud.
I think we'd have to watch a whole series straight through to run out.
Yeah. We'll just read the comics ourselves separately at the same time.
At the same time.
No, we should do a live stream of us all reading the comics together.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a gimmick, man. I'll give you that.
But we don't talk about it while it's happening. We just we just sit there and read, and then if something interesting happens, you just do your normal reaction like you would.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. This looks great.
Okay,
so call it talking over reading.
No, it's watching over reading. I don't know. Oh, hey, it's Bombburst in his robot mode.
Why do we call it reading rainbow?
And I can understand the armored human-sized mode, because, how else are you going to fight on the wing of a plane without destroying the plane? You know?
Yeah.
I don't understand why the Decepticons are bothering.
They're pretending to be monsters.
Unless they're trying to go for a horror monster movie vibe.
Look, kids think monsters are neat. We made these toys that look like monsters.
Monsters are neat.
Right, yes. Yeah, the toys. Yeah. But there's probably, I don't know, maybe we talked over them explaining it, or maybe
in here
we probably didn't.
Yeah, or maybe it's still gonna come up. Is this the one that has Black Zarak and stuff? Maybe he's got
particularly likely. Just buy in or you don't. But that's the whole concept of Transformers. That's why it's bad fiction. It'll always be bad fiction because it's great toys in search of a fiction.
This does have Black Zarak. Yeah.
South Wing.
I'm sorry I lied to you. Will you ever forgive me?
Huh? I was really angry at first.
I just want them to get to the Ginrai and the Overlord stuff. I just want to see Overlord.
We're watching a probably poorly translated or just entirely adapted show.
I must thank you two. I heard that.
So
tell me, Nightbeat, are you really
plot beats get lost in there all the time.
Then we can all go to the same school together. Wow! All right, but let me settle in first.
Huh? But how long? Oh, I see you found a friend already.
Once again, the danger has been averted.
Decepticons are also returning to their base. But one thing is certain. They haven't heard the last of the Decepticons.
That's a cool piece of art.
Okay. Yeah.
So this technically takes place after the events of Headmasters.
Yes, but
okay,
also,
so there's no end credits in any of these.
There's no end credits. That's
and until the emergence of the Decepticon Pretenders in 2020. So this takes place in 2020.
I don't think when they were making the show they considered Headmasters canon to the show, but yeah, it comes out after Headmasters.
I think we have a reason for everything that's happened since 2020.
Everything happens for a reason. That's a
bunch of
I'm telling you,
Pretenders.
there's more reasons than just it's toys.
No, I don't really. I'm not backing away particular philosophy of this. This whole franchise is just awesome toys trying to hammer a fiction around it. That's why, like, all the time, like, when I say, "Oh man, I really like that design," or you say, "I really like that design," we all know what the fuck we're talking about. It's like, yeah, we like the design.
No, yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely the reason. It's just there's also an internal show reason for it that I would like to know.
But it's not going to be good.
It doesn't mean that I don't want to know it.
It's whatever you want. That's why I've always said, like, don't ask any questions.
Oh, yeah, it's
the
right
whole
here.
fiction
It's
falls
right
apart.
here. Oh, that's just because it's being hacked together necessarily. Because of an amount of cost or a certain level of disinterest. It's not that you can't put together a fiction around something. That's what happened with comic books, and like they figured it out eventually.
No, this is an advertisement.
Yeah. So are comic book characters, Rick, for the comic books and the character designs. Like it's art. It's just being reverse engineered with less interest in the overall concept of the story being presented, or they feel like they can't because of the limitations of the format and budget for the show.
I mean, the fiction definitely has managed to make fans of people and keep them around in the brand. But I think just the evergreen nature of the puzzle toy has also kept it relevant. Although, I don't know, maybe kids are less into these things these days, but it managed to make it was a toy line that lasted for a solid 20 years, 25 years. So.
And that's because they're cool. But it's not.
That's exactly what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
being. It's not being marketed the same way that it was either. It's like they've tried to cater specifically to a younger audience in the way that certain cartoons did that weren't as successful or as engaging either. Like there's like a I would say it's like a maladaptive marketing style where they think they can be explicitly more cutesy or something. It's kind of like it's like the gummy bears. Like people aren't demanding gummy bears or paying lots of money for gummy bears, right? Or even something that we enjoy, like Chip and Dale. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Those are around those were around in the same kind of era. We did get DuckTales for a little bit, but DuckTales had a more mature side to it too. So I don't know.
I think with this particular franchise, like it took them until Transformers 1 to really nail down a solid origin story for their two major hero and villain characters. And like that's kind of too long. Like you kind of should have figured that out a long time ago.
Well, they did. They were just marketing it to somewhat of the wrong audience.
There was never any grand direction. It was just like we'll reach out to an advertising agency. They'll help us invent some characters for these toys that we imported, and then they just kind of they captured some lightning in a bottle with their great toys and a solid marketing system there, and then they don't know what to do. They've never known what to do with it since. And
yeah, it's
same with these Japanese series. Like they're given these toys and they're like, make a series around it, and you're just like, oh, okay.
It's because they're not happy with it being art on its own. It needs to be a vehicle, and then, but what is it? It's not artists like making the financial decisions or investing around it from a perspective that this is a thing that's cool that we could just create and have it be what it ends up being, and let like the writers and the other artists do kind of what they want with it or what feels natural. They're driving it. It's being driven from the caboose, so to speak, which is the money.
Yeah, I won't disagree with that.
Yeah, like and I think that's part of the problem when it comes to like some of the decisions that get made with how the story is going to.
Whenever there's a good Transformers fiction, it's in spite of the whole concept. Like whenever, like when, like Lost Light stuff came out, like that was a good writer writing a good story, and then he's like, and I'll use these particular characters. If they're established character works, great. If it doesn't, I'll just overwrite it. It doesn't matter. And like, I don't know. It can be done, but fundamentally, it's not going to be at the Hasbro level or the Takara level for these major level cartoons, because these are just advertisements to sell their products. And that's fine.
Yeah.
And sometimes some kind of fun stuff comes out of it, but rarely.
Yeah. And I don't blame anybody, artists in particular that are doing a job.
No, I don't blame them either. And honestly, like it's cool that like even from
I
the
wasn't
start,
saying that
somebody
you
like
were,
Bob
by the way.
Budiansky got in and put some pretty clever ideas together. It's cool that happened. Whatever. It's just, but when people are like, well, why are they monsters now? It's like, well, you can't, if you start pulling at these threads, then we have to get down to the point that like it's just a big advertisement for toys. So accept it or don't, and that's the way you just gotta love it or it won't work.
It does say in the storyline that the reason that they're monsters is because they pretended to be monsters that were harassing humanity from the beginning. So it's kind of it's like a mythology. They helped craft human mythology kind of thing, but we didn't get that in that first episode.
That's a clever idea.
We didn't, but I don't, we didn't get it in that first episode, whether that's a translation problem or.
There's a lot of translation problems with this stuff too. Like
yeah.
They never imported any of this stuff to the United States back even like in 1989 or 90 or 91 when like they probably just could have and like been like, well, we'll make this into a cartoon, see if it sticks.
And all of that comes down to
too weird.
All of that comes down to being like a budgetary problem. In one fashion or another, like if we don't get that information on our end, it's because they didn't care. And that's always gonna be present with like the system that we have now. Is there's gonna be a certain level of not caring, not being invested in it, and that happens in every industry too. That happens in the music industry. It happens in the movie industry. Shit gets cut out, and the producer or the studio does not give a shit. And yeah, Hasbro doesn't care about any of these cool characters or toys except that you buy them. Ultimately.
And I mean, like I said, with that Transformers 1, it's like the Bernie Sanders 2016 of fucking Transformers movies. It's like just this high water moment, right? Like it's really, really good. But since it didn't fit a metric, Hasbro's like, let's get back to dumbing down these toys for an even younger audience, and maybe we'll make a crappy CG cartoon or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I read somewhere on Reddit they're like
down any toys. What do you mean?
I remain hopeful for Transformers 1 too.
Power of the Prime
I don't
lines
have
nice
a reason.
and complicated.
I feel like that, but
those other two toy lines are actually improvements from like Earthrise and stuff toys.
I don't disagree there, but like incremental and meant for a collector audience. But the like, I don't know, that the mainline stuff, whatever that means these days, is aging down. It's simpler, one-step changers, a lot more of that product on the shelves.
Oh yeah, they're hoping to they're trying to crack. They're just kind of throwing plastic at the wall.
Well, their toy sales are down unless you have a big movie that explodes and gets kids into something. Like toy sales are generally down. Period. Too many video games, too many other shit that kids can do. So.
It's almost like they could have invested in doing a video game.
Yeah, they did one once. A couple of them, they were pretty good.
Oh wait, that's right. They tried to break a live service game, and that's just you have to hit it so lucky to get a live service game to fire off and stick around. It's such a big bet, and it's a big waste of cash. There's literally billions of dollars have been flushed down the toilet on live service games at this point. And if you're not Fortnite or Call of Duty, and all of that is luck. Like it's just happening to strike at the right time. But that's the way it's always been. Destiny got in because it was kind of one of the first games and kind of built that in between of first person shooter, third person, and MMO RPG formula. But even then, like, it's hollow. So like you either get lucky or you just wasted hundreds of millions of dollars on a project that's just going to go away in a year or two, and you're not going to make that much money off of it. So
with that,
when I see Hasbro saying they're going to get out of making toys, I'm like, I'm not really surprised. Look at the engineering effort, the money, R&D money spent to develop a dozen new Transformers every year.
I don't think that's what thing. I thought that was just rumor, Rick.
Yeah, fair enough, but
I don't think they said
it's a
that.
believable
I don't
rumor
think they said that at all.
Like these
it's
Transformers
not
are getting
believable though, because they're releasing 2 separate toy lines right now.
Yeah, but right now is
with shows attached to them.
Yeah, those are business decisions made years ago. Like,
I think
it's a big ship, but it takes a while for the stuff that they put into the works now to work its way through.
I don't think it's that they're not profitable. I think when you hear that, it's probably somebody saying it that wants to make a decision to cut it off, but ultimately they can't because it's still profitable. It's just not a growth margin for them now. And if it's not growth, somebody's going to complain about it and try to see if they can make a move. But they'd be cutting off a business that works for them, because it's not that they're not selling. They just want growth, and growth means line goes up. And the line is probably just some sort of stable right now, because it's not like their toys aren't selling. They have people in the market that explicitly buy the toys to resell them. And it doesn't matter what the margins are on the number of product, because eventually it gets purchased out and then somebody is reselling it on Amazon, Target, or Walmart for an enormously increased cost, almost double in some cases, and that's on toys that just came out like 6 months ago.
Well, we don't get figures of how many of these things they produce, which would be one of the more interesting things to know. Yeah, but it does feel like, at least from one of the stores I go to, like, even when Transformers has a movie out, like, they're not getting the shelf space they once got. Like, they just don't sell the number of toys they used to. Yeah. And it's just it's a very competitive market, and the development cycle and expense for designing, R&Ding, then making the manufacturing tools to make these toys, it's a huge investment. So, like,
but it's part of their overhead right now.
And what they've done is they've made the toys, they've skewed the Studio Series or this Age of the Prime stuff. It skews more towards people like, older people who are going to appreciate, complex transformations where both modes look really good. It's like mini Masterpiece toy stuff. And you know what? You'd be we're willing to pay good prices for those because they're still a way bargain compared to Masterpiece. But in the end, over the 30 years or so that I've been in this hobby, Hasbro used to say, like, oh, collectors are like 5% of our market, and I think they're like 50% now. Like, they're not getting young people into the toy line. They're just selling more and more collector-oriented shit that's getting better every year for better value.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because they're catering to an older fan base. People who
the kid-oriented stuff is getting better. The Cyber World stuff, very kid-oriented. No. Yes, Cyber World stuff is very kid-oriented. That giant Scorponok is just a play set for all of your little Cyber World figures to go on, and they're all very simple but decent transformations. And then there's that Wild Docking line that I know that's not the real name, but that's
the real name.
I'm sorry,
you.
That's the name in my heart. But I know the line is called
Hey, where does your heart go out to, Forrest?
I know the line is, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not falling for that again. I know the line is called Wild King, and the power they use is wild docking that they use to dock with each other. But
like an IBM laptop from the 90s.
Yeah. That's what I was referring to the whole time. I don't know.
Or like where you put the universal remote if you're a Russian guy in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
That is a storyline in that show, isn't it? A universal remote.
Oh yeah,
I remember the universal remote, but I don't remember this specific reference.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I got to get out of here.
All right. That's right. Yeah, we had a hard out, a raging out, as they call it. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. Everything's computer, and we've got a raging out.
Everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
Free Palestine. We have a raging out.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.